Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a MIENSHAO team. Now, MIENSHAO is the Pokemon that can be good, but isn't used very often, but does have a niche that no other Pokemon can really fill. It's a Fake Out user that can't get intimidated. It's an Eject Pack user that can't get intimidated to, immediately force the Eject Pack to leave. Does have access to close combat, so you can force yourself to leave with the Eject Pack if you want to go ahead and preserve that Fake Out pressure for later down the line. Does also have access to coaching and Wide Guard. Wide Guard, of course, stops you from getting smacked by Ogre, stops you from getting smacked by Calyrex Ice and Calyrex Shadow, stops you from getting smacked by Precipice Blades. It's pretty much just a great move in general. And coaching gets to buff our Giratina. Now, this team is from Grubby, also known as Ella, who did leave this on the Pokésports Discord. Said that she was going to bring this to the regionals, I think in Australia, one of the last Australian regionals. I don't remember the exact which one. And this team was a take on Kutaru's team that we featured on this channel for a very long time ago. Pretty much Kutaru just used the Tornadus, the Giratina, the Ensign, and the Dialga, and then Grubby just changed a few things around, changed the MIENSHAO in general to add it onto the team, which I think is where this team does shine, and I hope that we get the opportunity to use MIENSHAO a lot today. Now, if you guys are excited to see MIENSHAO here on the channel, also we'll link Grubby's stuff down below in the description. But if you guys are excited to see MIENSHAO here on the channel, you know what to do, hit the like button down below, and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. With that said, let's get on to today's battles. Calyrex Ice and Yveltal with a Kartana. Well, that Kartana's kind of splashed on there, isn't it? Kartana not on a rain team? What is happening? Also, the electric types galore on their side of the field. So, Lucky, I do think is a decent bring, but we're going to hold on it for now. I do think Giratina and Dialga can really tear it up, though. I don't think that Trick Room is really an option for them, but they do have the potential option of bringing it, maybe. What if we just do MIENSHAO? Dialga? I mean, why not, right? MIENSHAO Dialga can get us a lot of pressure. Dialga pretty much doesn't do bad into anything on their team, so it's super safe bringing it. Yeah, let's do MIENSHAO Dialga. Bring Giratina or hold Giratina. Again, it's another one that is kind of not necessary. I think we do need Ensign, though. We definitely don't need Tailwind. I feel like we pretty much deal with them in general. I do want to bring Regieleki, just in case, for later down the line if we're ever in a situation where we've already removed the Raichu and we're, we need a little bit more speed control. The Regieleki can be a great addition to the team. Does this Regieleki have E-Web? Yes, it does. It has E-Web, Assault Vested. Okay. Oh, but it's meant to be a Dynamax. I don't know. I kind of do want a Dynamax Dialga here. But I'm sure a Wild Charge is still going to hurt no matter what. A Wild Charge helps cover for whether or not it's Assault Vested on the Yveltal. Anyway, what is your lead? Okay, Yveltal and Raichu. Gotta pay attention for any air balloons if that's what they want to do here. Dark Aura goes before everything. Followed by my pressure. Okay, no air balloon on Raichu. Good to know. Which means we do have a potential Fake Out that we could use. Coaching doesn't really seem necessary. Yeah, I think I'm just going to Fake Out Raichu. I kind of want to eliminate Raichu from the game, while simultaneously getting a lot of special defense on my Dialga. Now, their only flying type is currently on the field, so they have nothing to really swap into, which is why this is like the world's safest Dark Max Quake. Now, there is an unfortunate thing. That unfortunate thing is if they do go for, let's say, an Airstream, we will definitely lose our poor little MIENSHAO friend. But we do get the free swap into whatever else we need to have. Because we don't have the Sash on the MIENSHAO, because we have the Eject Pack on it instead. And the Sash on this team is actually on the Tornadus. The Leer Tornadus, by the way. Okay, that can come in handy with like Giratina later down the line. But anyway, Dialga's going to Dynamax. Big Dialga on the field. We both Dynamax turn one. I do get the Fake Out off first, which is awesome. Great damage onto the Raichu. They do go for the Airstream, unfortunately. Goodbye, MIENSHAO. But we're trading MIENSHAO for Raichu, which I think is super relevant because now we can bring in the Giratina somewhat safely. I say somewhat because you never really know sometimes. They're only +1 speed, so the Giratina should still outspeed it as well. All right, big Quake now into the Raichu. Sayonara. Both of our support Pokemon didn't really get to do much, but hey, we got the fake out off. So I guess ours did a little bit more than the other. The good news is Lightning Rod's gone, which is the only thing that really matters in this situation. Also, we didn't get to see an item on their side. I am going to just bring a Giratina for now. I'll switch in the Instant if they have a physical attacker here, but... Okay, yeah, we switch it Instant. Oh no, if they Trick Room, they ruin themselves. I think it makes no sense to Trick Room. Like, absolute 0 sense to Trick Room. I'm going to Wild Charge here just to get whatever damage I can off on that side of the field, and I'm going to Max Wormwind also on that side of the field. Now, this could be like an AV Yveltal that just happened to Dynamax, or it could be Weakness Policy. They have a way to self-proc on that team, though. Oh, Raichu! That's totally Weakness Policy. Oh, I screwed up. I just gave it Weakness Policy just now. Oh, wish me luck. Oh, perfect. Okay, don't do anything. That's great. That is honestly great. Ooh, that's still great damage, though. That is really good damage. Oh, it's not Weakness Policy. I'm confused. And we just take that. We eat that for lunch and breakfast. Okay, we got this game. This game is ours. I think this game is fine. We're now getting the... Like, yes, they got the speed raise onto the Calyrex, but it's now -1. And they're so close to losing the Yveltal here. So all we got to do here is go for the E-Web. I think. Yeah, let's do it. E-Web. Followed by big ol' Max Steel Spike into you, buddy. Oh, I guess the Weakness Policy is on the horse. This is weird. I feel like that was such an obvious Weakness Policy on Yveltal, especially with the Raichu lead like that. Like, it just makes you think that's definitely what they're going to do, and that's just not what they did. Oh, I do need you to go down, though. They're currently technically under Tailwind, so they might outspeed Giratina. I don't know how fast this Giratina is EV'd to be. Yep, they do outspeed. They do go for the Max Darkness. That is going to make me a little bit sad. But we can always fake it out next turn. It's not the end of the world. They're going to lower our special defense by 1. But they're the only special attacking Pokemon on the field. Ooh, they go for the high horsepower. So they're actually faster than Dialga with just 1+1. Wow. Well, here's a Steel Spike, friend. Goodbye. Oh, Sashed. Oh, so now I have options here. Now I have options. Okay, well, they're not Weakness Policy. They're not... They're not Weakness Policy. They're not Life Orb. They have to be Assault Vested. Like, what other items do you realistically run on Yveltal? I think I'm gonna go for the Yveltal KO. And I think I'm gonna Trick Room. And that should lock in my game. My win con, rather. What Pokemon do they have in the back? A bunch of fast ones. Yeah, we Trick Room. Oh, we also have Burning Jealousy. Oh, but no, I'm going for Fake Out. I'm gonna Fake Out here, knock that out, go for Trick Room. Because we already know that they're faster than my Dialga. And if they go for the horsepower, so be it. Is this a Shuka Instant? It doesn't matter because there's a Calyrex in the field. But it's going to be negative. It's -1, followed by -2. Oh, they switch out there. Okay. Interesting. Into Kartana. Okay, well, this Trick Room is going to be even better. Oh, thanks! Nice. That's all we needed. GG. That's really locking it in now. That is really locking it in. This Trick Room is, they're going to have to switch out this Calyrex. They have to. I'm going to Burning Jealousy here. Because Kartana's special defense is garbage. And I'm just going to go for... See, I don't want to go for Earth Power in case they double swap. But like, why would they double swap? Well, if they double swap, I double KO. Battle is canceled. Very, very, very strong lead right there. I gotta say, every time I use Dialga, I get impressed by Dialga. This is just another one of those battles where I get really impressed by Dialga. Whoa! Yveltal Solgaleo is not a combination that you see often, especially not next to a Latias. Alright, well, they got a lot of floaties and a lot of ground weaknesses, so I guess Dialga isn't an awful option for us. Of course, it doesn't do great into their Solgaleo, and Giratina doesn't do great into their Yveltal, so I'm very curious as to which one I should bring into this matchup. Yeah, the Yveltal matchup is really rough. What if I do Electroweb and Giratina and then decide who I Dynamax through that that decision? Bring the MIENSHAO in the back because this MIENSHAO day and Dialga? I definitely don't want to set Trick Room here, but I also think Dialga does very well into their team. Yeah, I don't want to set Trick Room here because they have the Amoonguss on the field, and with that Amoonguss, they hold all the Trick Room pressure. I can't really do anything beyond that, and you can tell that Amoonguss is there just in case the Trick Room is an option. I don't think they bring it to this match per se. This just doesn't make that much sense, I don't think. They're gonna leave with the Solgaleo and the Incineroar, which does mean they are gonna get an Intimidate off of my Giratina, but it is what it is. I do have Willow on this Giratina as an option. And unfortunately, my Electroweb is also a physical attacker. Oh, this is not great. The start so far. Let's go into MIENSHAO, and hopefully I can live this turn with the MIENSHAO. And let's get the Willow off onto the Solgaleo. If we can Willow the Solgaleo, I feel like we'll be in a lot better position. Especially if they click Dynamax on that one. And then after this turn, we can Dynamax ourselves. Click Coaching. They swap. Interesting. Who are they going into? Yveltal. I don't think I mind burning a Yveltal. Not gonna lie. I think I like that very much so, actually. Because that eliminates the foul play, the sucker punch. I don't mind. That's really good. Followed by the parting shot into my MIENSHAO spot. That's also okay. I wonder who they're going into now. Okay, a lot of swaps happening right now. We're doing the whole Incineroar thing. We're both trying to get the right chess pieces on the field right now. Into Amoonguss. So they do have an Amoonguss, unfortunately. And the way it stands, it looks like that Amoonguss is going to mess something up. Yikes. I'm gonna Dialga? No. I'm gonna close combat and send myself out with a Jetpack. And I'm gonna just Shadow Force onto this Amoonguss for now. I'm gonna try to keep this nice and simple. Amoonguss can't sleep me if I'm in another dimension. It also can't sleep me if I'm gone. Let's pop our Jetpack here. And we did a lot of damage onto the Yveltal, all things considered. None of us are Dynamaxing, though. No, I don't think they sleep the left side. I'm pretty sure they sleep the right side. So going to my Electroweb could be relatively safe, and now I can Dynamax the Electroweb, which I think is going to be my Dynamax of choice this game, and I can get the electric terrain on the field. Okay, that Snarl is actually meaningless to the Electroweb, thankfully. And we're AV through it all. It's not meaningless. It lowers my Electroweb damage for what it's worth, but whatever. All right, Giratina is going to vanish. Goodbye! Now Spore is going to miss. Wonderful. We now put a lot of pressure on them because now we can go for the big old Max Lightning, force them to Rage Powder, and then smack them with the Lightning plus the Shadow Force from the Giratina. This forces them to Rage Powder. They have to Rage Powder. The Electroweb puts a lot of pressure on them. Oh, this is a very good battle. It's very methodical. I feel like we're in turn 3, and there's still no clear-cut victor right now. It can go either way. All right. Got a big Electroweb now. They don't Dynamax on their side. They are forced to Rage Powder. They're saving their Dynamax for their Solgaleo. I totally get it. Great damage, all things considered. And we can bounce next turn too, so if we need to get a little bit faster, that's always an option as well. There's a Snarl again. Giratina is going to avoid. Like he's going to take that a lot better now that I'm Dynamaxed. And like I said, these stat drops do nothing. So let them think that they do something. They're not doing anything. Shadow Force now into the Amoonguss is going to be enough to bring it down to the red. So now I can Airstream here. And I think I'm going to Shadow Force into that spot too. I understand that it's not a great Shadow Force option, but I'd rather not get hit by a move. You know, it's actually being pretty convenient right now. They're actually going to swap out the Amoonguss for whatever reason, just for Regenerator, I guess, into the Incin. I think they're figuring out that I'm physical. I think they figured out that I'm physical, unfortunately. Regardless, let's hit the Airstream here. Does no damage. Wow, yeah. That was a good swap. It's a very good swap. I do get the speed on the Giratina, which means I outspeed now. I could Shadow Force. Goodbye. And now they're just going to Snarl me again. Well, now I think I have to go for a Lightning again. Like, I don't really have an option, huh? Except I think I'm going to Lightning the Incin instead. I think that's the better play. Even though I could be focusing down that right side on their side, on the Yveltal. But I feel like that's where the Amoonguss swaps back in. Oh no, they're just going to let it go. Okay, well, I didn't attack it. I attacked it with Giratina. That's still a lot of damage. Wow. I love Transistor. Dumb ability. Shadow Force does absolutely nothing, but for some reason they're not clicking. Are you Scarfed or Spexed or what? You're only clicking Snarls. They must not be convinced that I'm physical entirely yet. And they taunt my Giratina. I guess to prevent any Willows for whenever they decide to inevitably bring in the big one. What are my stats looking like is the question. -4. Okay, so we can't go for Electroweb. We can go for Wild Charge. I think I Wild Charge here. Just keep Shadows Forcing, I guess. Into the other one. Oh, they Sucker Punch this time. But we're gonna live because you're burnt. Haha! Not today! Here's the Wild Charge into the Incin. Should be enough to knock out the Incin. I'm going to have them down to their final two, which is really convenient. And the Aleki's actually going to live this turn too. But, you know, another Sucker Punch could definitely be coming their way. Actually, another Sucker Punch is like 1,000% coming. I still have to worry about a whole Solgaleo, though. I don't even know how I do that. Speak of Solgaleo. Yeah, I think I'm going to MIENSHAO for now. Just keep it a little simple. MIENSHAO is not really going to win me the game. But Aleki could be a lot of damage onto Solgaleo later on. Problem with Solgaleo is that it's going to sit here and raise its stats for like 3 turns. I can't really prevent it. I only have to deal with it. Alright, Big Solgaleo is going to make its appearance here on the field. Unfortunately, but we will be able to get rid of the Yveltal here, which was like a long time coming and a very nuisance mon on their team. They tried to Sucker Punch again. I'm not gonna give away my Aleki for free. Shadow Force now into the Yveltal spot. We'll bring it down and out. Now let's see what they decide to do with the Solgaleo. Steel Spike, okay. If onto Giratina, okay, I prefer that. I prefer them knock out Giratina right now. They do raise the defense. Electricity disappears from the battlefield as well. They do have the Amoonguss left in the back. I think I'm going to Regieleki. I'm going to bounce right away. I fake out bounce. Yeah, I fake out bounce. It forces their protect next turn. Oh, never mind. I guess I just get the KO next turn. Well, not the KO, but I do the damage next turn. So they expected the fake out. But the bounce will at least happen next turn no matter what. Now, MIENSHAO, what can you do? They still spike the MIENSHAO spots. Not great, not great, not great, not great. I guess it can't do much. Man, what do we do? This is rough. This is really rough. I don't have Protect on Giratina either. This is Arming on Dialga either. This is not easy. I guess I have to double Amoonguss and hope I can live a Quake. I think I might be able to live a Quake, but I'm not too confident. Not super confident, at least. Oh, if I had MIENSHAO, then maybe. They're Koba? Oh my goodness. That did no damage. Oh, that's why they weren't worried. They're Koba Berry. Something's going to sleep. They go for the Quake. Okay, we live at 37. Now, how do we get a chance at winning the game is the question. Flash Cannon, save me. No, something's going to sleep. Why? GG's, man. My opponent played that really well. I can't even complain. It's a Lecky that's going to sleep? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, there isn't much I can do anymore. All that's left is like Earth Power here and Wild Charge here. Like, but that's GG. My opponent played tremendously well. They're protecting with Amoonguss. I doubled into the other one anyway. There's our sleep turn. They're gonna go for like Protect EQ. GG. That was really back and forth, and I felt like we both played to our outs, and they made sure to save their Solgaleo to where it mattered. They saved the Solgaleo to the very end. Solgaleo was just able to clean up our team. We weren't really able to do much because of it. But hey, we still got a battle left with MIENSHAO. So there's still an opportunity for this little thing. Caledon's son. No fun. But hey, we have Tailwind here as a potential option for us, which could help us. Groudon in general is not a very great matchup into this team. For us, at least. It's a really bad matchup into this team, actually. But we can make some things happen. Thankfully, they don't really have too many things on their team that can resist the Giratina. So theoretically, if I wanted to go like Giratina and MIENSHAO, I would have a lot of fake out pressure. Also, if I wanted to make me go Lecky and Dialga, I would have a lot of pressure there as well. I think I want to go Giratina. But I want to go Giratina Lecky because you never really... Actually, maybe I go Tornadus Lecky just in case they bring Venusaur as their lead. Yeah, I'm going Tornadus Lecky, Giratina in the back, and then MIENSHAO. We'll try that out. We will try that out. In all honesty, I think this is going to be a rough one because my opponent does have a lot of options. And the fact that they have a lot of options is going to obviously slow us down a little bit. Well, let's see what their lead is. Groudon, Venusaur. Yeah, this is why we did what we did in our lead. Because now we have Tailwind. And we have a Max Lightning to potentially use. The issue is... There's a Groudon here. So like Dynamaxing is always like an iffy situation. Because I think I would much rather Dynamax something else. Yeah, my opponent is not going to make this easy for me. I'm going to swap in the Giratina. And then Tailwind. And hope that they don't go for the Giratina spot. That's all I can really accomplish here. Is just the hope and a prayer that they don't go for this Giratina spot with the Sleep Powder. Or they miss it. Oh, they're Dynamaxing something. Is this the Groudon? That's a heavy ball. It has to be Groudon. Okay, well, if they went for a Quake, then lol. Get got. Alright, they got a big Groudon on the field now. Unfortunate, but hey, it's life. Here's a Tailwind. And then I'm expecting a Sleep Powder. Yep. Oh, it's a Torn. Hold on. That's good. That is good news. That is really good news. Yeah, get Quaked. Lol. Levitated on. I'm gonna Willow now onto Groudon. I'm gonna try to... slow this game down a little bit. I'm not gonna Dynamax yet. I'm just gonna try to burn their Dynamax for as long as I can. Torn is still asleep. We're still Tailwinded, so we should be outspeeding this Venusaur. Nope. I guess I don't have that much speed investment on this. That is not the best news. Max Rockfall now. I was hoping that I would at least be able... Oh, into Giratina? They must really not respect my Torn at all. Well, they just made their Venusaur slow as heck by doing that. What were they expecting was going to happen there? This is why we didn't Dynamax, folks. I'm still going to try to Willow the Groudon. And Icy Wind here. Keep this nice and slow. They felt like burning their Dynamax, let them. Just make sure they don't get too much out of it. And then we get the Dynamax option in the back. They withdraw the Venusaur now, that's big. Into their own Giratina. We're still Tailwinded, so we should be okay. We're still asleep on Torn, unfortunately. We already did both mandatory sleep turns. We do wake up and get the Willow. Haha. Nice. Nice and burnt Groudon. That's what I like to see. They go for the Max Rockfall now into my Giratina again. Like, what did Giratina do to you? Now we just Icy Wind spam, right? Until the end of the game. Now, do we Dynamax Giratina is the question. Like, I'm tempted. I know I'm like half health, but I'm still tempted. Yeah, screw it. Like I said, I'm half health, but I'm tempted. We Icy Wind, we Phantasm to that spot. We don't worry about Groudon in the slightest. Come on, we have to wake up now, please. We slept for 2 turns already. Like, I would really appreciate waking up right now. Don't give me a 3-turn sleep. Game, I need you to do me a favor, please. No 3-turn sleep and eliminate the Giratina from the game. Yes, we wake. We wind. We're still Tailwinded also, by the way. Great damage onto Groudon. Double speed drops. We should outspeed the Giratina now. Oh, there's the White Herb. Okay, well, I guess that wasn't that relevant. And big old Phantasm into the Giratina should be enough to knock it out. Get out of here. Haha. All right, we're getting in this slowly but surely. They're gonna be forced to swap out that Groudon soon because they need to maintain the weather control in order for their Venusaur to be relevant. They SD. So they might not swap out that Groudon is what that means. Interesting. That kind of does change a lot. It really depends on what they think they need to win more, right? Do they think they need the weather control to win, or do they think they need this Groudon at +2 and burnt to win? Calyrex. There's no way they just let me blow through that Calyrex, right? I think I guard here and I Tailwind. I guard Tailwind, yeah. I guard Tailwind, Icy Wind next turn, and then Phantasm it too. Okay, they do go for the Astral. I don't think I take this with my Tornadus, but as long as I got the Tailwind up. Oh, I do take it actually. But I'm not taking this Rock Tomb too. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So we have an Giratina. Yeah, we have the Giratina, which can slow them down. Giratina in Tailwind, nothing's outspeeding. I have the assurance on the Giratina too. Could always do this. Max Phantasm here and go for the assurance on the other side, which should still do a lot of damage. And I think Max Phantasm as our last move on a -1 defense Groudon is going to knock it out at that health. Cali Protect, go for it. Like I said, we have the weather control because they're just going to let their Groudon die. Max Phantasm, let's see it. Bye-bye. Okay, good. Weather is ours, which is all that matters. Tailwind control, ours. Venusaur on their side, gonna die after this turn. Sandstorm subsides. Not that it made that big of a difference, but unironically, like, this Giratina is a threat right now. Venusaur coming back out. I think I Shadow Force that. Or do I Shadow Sneak the Calyrex just in case it knocks out there? I'm almost like guaranteed sure that the Shadow Sneak is gonna destroy this Calyrex right now. But we don't have to Shadow Sneak. We could always just Shadow Force. And then it'll destroy it in 2 turns. Then I'll go for the bounce here onto this Venusaur spot since they only have Sleep Powder. I'm going to disappear from the field. They get the double protect. Haha, joke's on you. I have a move that doesn't care. Boing. I'm gonna bounce up into the sky. I'm gonna Shadow Force into a different dimension. Where did my Pokemon go? They've all disappeared. They go for the Sleep Powder. They're not gonna hit anybody there. And now I have to wait for them to click their moves. Because I've already clicked mine, apparently. MIENSHAO not doing much in this last battle, but hey, Giratina really showed up here. Alright, here's the bounce. It's Cobra Berry. Oh, come on, man. What's with these Cobra Berry grass types? Just let me hit you. Followed by the Shadow Force into the Calyrex Shadow spots. This is just gonna obliterate it. Yeah, goodbye. Now it's Venusaur versus 3. Probably gonna sit here and try to Sleep Powder something. They do connect with Sleep Powder. It's gonna be on my poor little Giratina. Well, like I said, since they only have Sleep Powder, I can just keep clicking bounce. So I'm going to Shadow Force here, and I'm going to click bounce. They can't stop me from bouncing. They can maybe do some damage to Giratina this turn, but what do they have? Grass move and ground move, both of which are not doing anything to Giratina. Yeah, Frenzy Plant. So they have to recharge next turn is what that means. And I'm going to live at 26. That's game. I'll be surprised if they don't forfeit here. All right, Shadow Force again, followed by the bounce finishing off. They don't forfeit. Wow. Venusaur is going to live, though, but has to recharge. I'm still asleep on Giratina. Okay, this game is lasting like so many turns more than it has to. I'm going to attempt the Shadow Sneak, and I'm going to switch to Wild Charge here. That'll be GG. Giratina really showing up in this last battle. I was really happy about that. Anyway, 2 wins and 1 loss in this episode. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and get you guys that rental code. And here you have the rental code for the MIENSHAO team. If you guys enjoyed today's video, remember to hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokésports if you haven't done so already. This team was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Grubby, for making this team public. We got to use pretty much every facet of the team except maybe, I guess, the Leer strategy. We got to use coaching today. We got to use Giratina today in Dynamax. We got to use Dialga today in Dynamax. We got to use Regieleki today, taking advantage of the whole physical Lecky thing. So I think we had a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. Very successful day today with this team. Anyway, I'm Kevin Pokésports. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I don't know, let me know in the comment section that you enjoyed. Have a great night and peace out. Bye bye.